Another trial. Nandiose. Nandiose. Nandiose.
Wholesale trade is the buying of goods from producers or manufacturers in large quantities and selling them to other traders or retailers.
Good. So that is the definition of wholesale trade. Then, who is a wholesaler? Who is a wholesaler? Nabweteme.
A wholesaler is a person who buys
Person. Why do you say person? Use a technical word. Use a technical word. Okay. Yes.
A wholesaler is a trader who buys goods from producers in large amounts and sells them to retail traders in small amounts.
Good. That is good. Then we need to know what is the meaning of the term wholesaling. Meaning of the term wholesaling, Bella? Bella? Meaning of the term wholesaling? Okay, they have told us the meaning of wholesale trade. It involves buying from the manufacturer and selling to another trader. And then the wholesaler is a trader. Don't say person. Person can be any other, but we have to use technical terms. Is a trader who buys from the manufacturer in bulk or in large quantities and sells to another trader, okay? Now, there's also the term wholesaling. Someone's hand is up. Samantha?
I think it's the buying of large quantities of goods and selling them
to another trader. Okay, now we go to what I'll do. You'll note down briefly in this lesson, but I'll send the notes to Google Classroom and you'll copy from there, okay? Now we go to characteristics of wholesale trade. What does wholesale trade involve? Can see some hands. Walder, what does wholesale trade involve?
Teacher, I have a question.
Walder, I cannot hear.
You said you're going to send the classroom, but some of us don't have that Google. Teacher, you said you're to Google Classroom, but some of us are not there. We don't have the Google Classroom.
How will you get those notes?
Teacher,
okay, we'll let you know. We'll let you know. Let us not dwell much on it. We shall let you know how you will get those notes. Okay, now let's do characteristics of wholesale trade. Divine. Divine. What does wholesale trade involve? Yes, there's one that is very obvious, even in the definition. Divine.
Wholesale trade involves the buying of goods in large quantities from a manufacturer and selling them later to another trader.
Okay, so the first characteristic, one of the characteristics is buying in large quantities from the producer. That is good. Another hand, Nabweteme.
Teacher, wholesalers need large amount of capital.
Exactly, because they have to buy in bulk. Therefore, they need a lot of money to buy the goods in large quantities. You can imagine someone who is stocking 500 bags of beans, and each bag probably costs 500,000 shillings. How much money they need to stock those many bags of beans to feed many schools throughout the term, okay? Another characteristic, Ninsima, Nancy.
The goods that are bought by the wholesale trader are stored in stores.
Which are called, what is the technical name for those stores? The technical name, the commercial name? Nancy, the commercial name of those stores?
Forgotten.
Warehouses. They are called warehouses, okay? Okay, now,
thank you, teacher.
Another characteristic, okay? Bella? Another characteristic?
Yeah.
Amina, another characteristic?
It involves use of large capital to stock a variety of goods.
Someone already mentioned that one.
Oh.
Do you have any?
Yes.
Someone mentioned it, and I even explained that if a wholesaler is stocking 500 bags of beans, and he's going to, he's looking forward to schools buying those beans from him, and each bag of beans costs 500,000 shillings. How much money is that? 500,000 shillings times 500 bags. That is a lot of money. It's in billions. So you need like 2.5 billion to stock those many sacks of beans. Now, another characteristic. Is there any that you can think of?
It is mainly carried out in urban centers due to the big size of market.
Okay. However, even those that do not live in urban centers can carry out wholesale trade. But like you said, because warehouses may only be found in urban centers. So that is it. Okay, another characteristic. Aisha. Another characteristic.
Goods are sold majorly on cash basis.
Really? Not necessarily, it depends.
Teacher, goods are sold majorly on cash basis.
That may apply to new customers, but the moment one is a known customer, a loyal customer, then they may buy on credit. You know what buying on credit means? You know what buying on credit means? It means you are supplied the good without paying for them, and you agree, you promise to pay afterwards. So, for instance, Nabisunsa Girls School always obtains those items on credit. Because at times you people have not yet paid the school fees, but they do not buy the beans, the rice, and the maize flour when you have arrived. They stock like 2 weeks before you arrive. But many people have not yet paid school fees, so the school promises to pay later on. So we are supplied those items. and we pay later when school fees starts getting into the school account. Okay, another characteristic. Doesn't it involve transportation? Okay, let us try to be a little fast. This wholesale trade will involve advertising.
It involves extensive advertising.
Yes, it will involve advertising because people have to know what goods are in stock. It involves transporting the goods from the producer to the manufacturer's warehouse. It also involves breaking bulk. Do you know what breaking bulk means? Selling in small units to those that are coming to buy, whether they are large-scale consumers like schools, whether they are retailers, large-scale retailers. They can, if someone stocks 500 bags of beans, that person does that. If a trader stocks 500 bags of beans, he will not sell all the 500 bags at once to one person. In most cases, they sell them in small. A school may come and take 10 bags. Another one comes and takes 20. Another institution comes and takes 50. So they break the bulk. Okay? Now, we go to functions of a wholesaler. Functions of a wholesaler. I saw a hand up. Functions of a wholesaler. Kwagala Glory. Kwagala Glory. Hey, but it is refusing. I am. Thank you. Hello. Functions of a wholesaler. Bushra. Bushra, your hand is up. I'm trying to get those hands. Okay. Okay, Bushra, functions of a wholesaler. Yes, please.
A wholesaler bridges the gap between the producers and the retailers.
By doing what? How does he bridge that gap?
I think I swallowed my gum.
You know, when you're asked in an exam and you just give the answer and leave it there, if they are giving 1 mark, you don't get anything there. You need to explain up to the end. How does he bridge? I'm not saying that bridging the gap is wrong. It is correct, but how?
You've gone back to phone one work.
Bushra.
You know it's you.
Amina. Can we finish that point? Bridges the gap.
No, I have to leave class. I thought we were learning geography.
Okay, Amina, I've heard you.
Teacher, it wasn't me.
Trust.
Teacher.
Trust. Trust. Can we expand on that point, which was given by someone? Bridges the gap between the producer and the retailer.
Teacher,
yes,
like
please.
the wholesaler bridges the gap between the what? The manufacturer and the retailer. Like he buys goods from the manufacturer and sells them to the retailer.
Exactly, correct. Another point. Another point. Leila. 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 Nancy. Nancy.
The wholesaler hopes to sell goods in lower quantities to the retailer.
Let us not call them lower quantities. Let us call them affordable quantities. Okay?
Yes, teacher.
Let us use the right English befitting a G8. Breaks bulk by selling goods to retailers in affordable quantities. Okay? Okay? Okay, now let's go to another function. What does the wholesaler do? You can get these functions from the characteristics that we talked about.
Teacher.
Yes, please.
Wholesalers.
Is it Gava speaking?
No, it's
Samantha?
Leila.
It's Leila. Okay, Leila.
Wholesalers provide transport like to the other customers or traders, like when they buy the goods from the producers and bring them closer to them.
Brings the goods closer to the consumers. That is a good function, yes. So that we don't always have to go to the producer to buy from there directly. We can buy from a nearby wholesaler. It can be consumers or schools or whatever. Another one, Samantha. Samantha, your hand is up.
They provide
They help like the producers advertise their goods when they're also advertising for their stores.
Okay, good. When they advertise, they are in turn advertising on behalf of the producer. Good. Divine.
Recording in progress.
Divine.
Wholesale traders bring goods closer to the retailers.
Okay, someone mentioned that one. If you were attentive, you should have heard it, but thank you. Crystal.
Teacher, the wholesaler undertakes responsibility of like fixing the prices of the goods according to the demand.
And by fixing prices, he keeps them stable. He keeps the prices stable so that for a long period of time, customers can buy goods at a certain price, which does not change. Okay. Thank you. Ayebare.
They act as agents of the producers.
They act as agents of the producer. Who is an agent? There are some people who may not know who an agent is. How are they agents? Okay. How are they agents? Because an agent is a go-between. And I think it was mentioned in the first point. Now, Glory, Angel,
A wholesaler
function.
The producers from marketing expenses. Market research.
Okay. He helps to market the goods. So he saves producers from marketing expenses. Good. Wendy. Wendy. Wendy.
Teacher.
Yes.
Buy from him in bulk.
So.
And pay him promptly.
There's an interruption, Wendy, somewhere. I do not hear you well.
He offers discounts to retailers who buy from him in bulky. Retailers pays him promptly.
So that one means that producer finances the producer by buying in bulk and paying immediately. Okay. Okay. Leila.
Teacher, they may also provide credit. They may provide like credit services or discounts to the customers.
Okay, especially the retailers, when they do not have money on them, they can extend credit facilities to them. But remember, credit facilities are always extended to trustworthy customers, okay? Okay, Natocho. Natocho, Roberta, another function. Natocho. Oh, okay. Okay, so we have mentioned quite a number of them. There's one that people have not mentioned, like preparing goods for sale by packaging them, pre-packaging them, sorting where need be. Some of those things like beans can be bought directly from the farmers, but they have a lot of dirty things in them, stones and what. So the manufacturer, the wholesaler rather, will sort them and pack them in bags. The manufacturer can also brand items. Do you know what branding is? Anyone who knows what branding is? There a hand up. Okay, I can see. Kesime. Yolanda, yes. People, please try to put your names that we know in class. Names like the survivor, we don't want them. We want the names we know that are even in your files. Okay. Peruth. I was asking about the term branding.
Branding is the practice of creating a name, symbol, or design that identifies the product.
And that is unique, distinct from others. So the wholesaler, the producer can allow the wholesaler to take items and brand them. So he's allowed to have a unique name for those products. So that is it. So that he can prepare goods for sale by branding them, blending them. Blending means putting maybe flavor, color, whatever, and packing them so that they have more value. Okay. Wendy?
Someone was asking a question of
teacher.
I can hear a voice in the background.
Branding. It's from another person.
All their followers are females.
Someone else was unmuted. Branding, branding refers to a process of giving a particular name, design, or label to a product, distinguish it from the products of other producers in the same market.
Okay, so we have said that the wholesaler can be allowed by the producer to brand goods, to blend them, to package them the way he wants. And one of the functions he will perform is to prepare goods for resale, and in the process adds value to them. Then we talked of keeping prices stable, we talked of advertising. Then another one is that he bears risks. He bears the risks that the manufacturer could have. Bears that the manufacturer could have, that could have fallen on the manufacturer. Like the goods can become outdated. So if he has bought in bulk, he will bear that. You can imagine now those wholesalers who had stocked those food items that are consumed in school, hoping that all schools were going to open, and then 1 week into the term, schools have been closed and we don't even know when they open. Now, what will they do with all that? The beans may get weevils, even the maize flour and other things. So that is one of the risks that the wholesaler undertakes when he buys from the manufacturer in bulk and warehouses the goods. So all the risks that would have fallen on the manufacturer will now fall on the wholesaler. Now, this question can be asked, that what are the services of a wholesaler to a manufacturer? To a manufacturer, to retailer, and then to consumers. So it is from those functions that you have to separate and say, this one belongs to manufacturer, this one belongs to retailer, this one belongs to consumers. Now for the manufacturer, what we have not mentioned maybe is carrying out market research. Like I said, you'll get the notes somehow. We'll let you know how you can get them. But he carries out market research, finds out from the consumers, from the public, what they want, and will inform the producer so that he buys that which meets the demand of the customers. It's one of those that we had not mentioned. Then services to the retailer. What we did not mention is giving advisory services to the retailer on the commodities to stock. Commodities to stock, the price to be, to charge to consumers, and other services that they can offer. We talked about advertising, how advertising will help the retailer. We talked about breaking good bulk. We talked about varieties, extending credit facilities, transport, and convenient location. Then, to the consumer will ensure a steady supply of goods throughout the year, because there are certain items that cannot be bought all year round. For example, beans. There could be 2 seasons of beans, but throughout the year we eat beans. So it ensures steady supply. Even maize. Maize, there could be 1 season or at most. So it ensures a steady supply. Then towards use of complaints of the consumers to the producer, so that the producer can make an improvement. Then stabilizing also the consumer, because he will be able to buy at the price throughout the year. And also by bringing the goods nearer their distribution. Also breaking bulk and offering other convenient services. Now, due to time constraint, we shall end with qualities of a good retailer. Qualities of a good retailer. Qualities, I need some hands up. Qualities of a good retailer. Can you now hear? Auma, yes. Qualities.
A good retailer should be honest to his customers by selling good quality items and setting fair prices.
Exactly. He should be honest to his customers in terms of providing the right quality and even at a fair price to them. Then at the same time, he should pay the suppliers promptly. That is all about honesty. Good. Peruth. Agatha. Characteristics, qualities of a good wholesaler. We've talked about honesty. I don't hear Agatha. Sheila.
A good retailer offers discounts to his customers to encourage them to buy more goods.
I think that one still will go to honesty.
Okay.
Any else that you can think of? Sheila. Sheila. Sheila Sapphire. Sheila is not ready. Tahia. Tahia.
Strategic.
Pardon?
Should be strategic location.
Should be strategically located so that his customers can find him. Okay. What else? Another one.
Should organize his goods.
Nasanga.
A good retailer should forecast demands to his customers and regards to
should be able to forecast demand. In other words, yes, he should study his market very well and know when items will be needed. There is no need for a wholesaler to stock beans in November and when schools are to open in February.
The retailers can, so just the buyers can locate the goods quickly.
Good. Please. Another quality.
The retailer should have information to the market.
Should know the market well. Good. Another one. Sarah.
Taylor should know the market very well.
You have not been listening. Now you are the third person to mention that, but okay, it's correct. What about having adequate capital to stock? Having adequate capital to stock the required goods. Then also, I'm trying to, okay. Yvonne, another quality.
A retailer gives advice to the customers on how to use a particular good.
Now we need a quality. Should do what? Now that is a function, but we can get a quality out of it. We finished with the functions. We are on qualities. Sophie?
A good retailer should be flexible.
In what way?
In regard to serving his customers.
What does flexibility involve in this? What does it involve? Not allowing them to take goods and he will not even follow them up. That is being flexible. You know, when you give a quality, you should be able to explain it in line with what you're talking about. Otherwise, if you just mention it like that, it may not earn you anything. It becomes a sweeping statement. Okay, we can say that he should be knowledgeable about bookkeeping. because it involves a lot of receiving money, paying out money, of course, to other service providers that he has, like security people. He also has accountants and so on and so forth. He has those people who carry the bags and so on and so forth. Those who help in branding, blending, weighing. So he should be well knowledgeable about accounting so that you audit his books regularly. He should pay taxes in time because he handles a lot of money. He earns a lot of money and therefore should be a good citizen to pay the taxes that are required. Now, like I said, we shall write those notes. I will send them. We shall let you know how you can access those notes so that you copy them very well in your own handwriting. As you copy them, you are reading them until we meet in school again. There is also something on types of wholesalers. And these types are classified according to the areas which they serve or the goods that are offered by retailers. Types of wholesalers. One of the types is nationwide. What does nationwide mean? What does nationwide mean? Who has not given anything? Namakula. What does nationwide mean? Nationwide wholesalers. What do you think they do?
They offer a wide range of products to retailers throughout the country.
They operate in almost all the major towns and they supply to many retailers across the country, as opposed to regional wholesalers. What do regional wholesalers do? Let me see, Betty. Regional wholesalers.
Teacher, they give out my answer.
No, regional wholesalers. For you, you wanted nationwide. Okay. Amina.
Regional wholesalers operate in a particular area and also set up branches in that particular region.
So the regional one may be for a district only, but the nationwide will supply the whole country. They will supply the whole country, but the regional may supply a sub-county or may supply a district only. Okay. Then what about general wholesalers? General. So out of nationwide and regional, we can have general wholesalers. Sarah? General wholesalers?
They deal in unrelated products.
But in large quantities. The products they deal in are unrelated. It could be groceries, home groceries, it could be hardware, it could be stationery, but a variety. They deal in a variety, as opposed to specialized wholesalers. Specialized, divine, specialized. Specialized. Divine, specialized. Okay. Because general wholesalers deal in many things, a variety, the specialized ones deal in a particular field. If it is hardware, they will deal in only hardware items. If it is stationery, they will deal with only stationery, okay? Now, I think because we usually end at 1, I think we are going to stop here. Thank you for all those that have participated. And
thank you for teaching.
I still urge you to observe the standard operational procedures. Wash your hands regularly. If you must, stay at home. Please stay at home. But if you must go somewhere, wear a mask. Carry your hand sanitizer and use it regularly. Please don't move around on the village going to visit friends. Those homes you're going to visit, people are sick. People are dying slowly. The new variant doesn't to kill someone. So please stay at home. Watch TV at home, play at home with your siblings, and be responsible people, home housework as well. Balance your time very well between academic work, housework, leisure, and other things. But please stay safe. Okay. Yes. Now, this time, next week, you will have another lesson in this block. You're not going to have commerce. Maybe it will be ICT or agriculture or whatever, but it cannot be commerce again. I still apologize for starting late, but we shall meet another time. Thank you very much for participating. And
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Who is the survivor? Who is the survivor?
You guys, who is a survivor?
Yeah, who is the survivor, by the way?
The woman in her house.
Guys, who is the survivor?
So you had to get the words you could manage.
You. Who is the survivor?
People have been sending screenshots.
As in?
I'm here. It's my name.